Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, instructor for ANE 235, and we are working on the lower part of the stylistic character's body, and we've got that modeled. And now we're going to take you through the process of turning your work in. In the last video, I showed you how to create your screenshots that we need, front and back, shaded and wireframe unshaded, and then we did renders, showed you how to light and render your scenes, front and back perspective, and with smooth shade on, and then wireframe. So we've got 8 total images that we're going to put together. So let's take you through that part. The first thing you need to do is we need the MyMB file, FBX, and OBJ. So we'll take you through that real quick. Alright, so here's the character. I'm going to go ahead and add a different texture. This is for rendering, so I'm going to add a new texture here so we can see it a little bit better. And go to Arnold Shader, AI Standard Surface, and that's good enough. Let's go ahead and move this back out here so you guys can see it a little bit better. So it's a lighter color. Alright, so what I'm going to have you guys do is just select the object, go to File, and we're going to do Export Selection. And we're going to, the first one's going to be a Maya binary. Go ahead and Export Selection. And I want your first name, last name, and I need another F. And we're going to do module and 3. So that's good enough. I don't need anything else. And just go ahead and save that. Make sure it's in my binary here. Okay. Export selection and continue. And then we're going to continue on. Export selection. And this time we need to have OBJ. Now if you don't see OBJ or FBX, make sure you go into Windows, Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager, and get those plugged in. You should be good to go. And so OBJ is easy enough. Export selection. And first name and last name, module 03. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and copy that and export selection. Okay, and then one last one, export selection, and that's going to be FBX export. And this is a little more involved because you can export your cameras, your lights, your animation. All we need is geometry though, so make sure under geometry, smoothing groups, and you're good to go. Everything else should be set up right. And I'm just going to go rename that. Your first last name module 3, export selection, and you should be good to go. That's it. So you got those exported. And so we need to have, that's our first line, deliverables. Second line is you'll do a front and back perspective screenshot, smooth shade, and then you'll do a front and back screenshot with wireframe on smooth shade, and then you're going to do a render. Now I'm going to change this to 2K square, right? So this will be changed to 2K square. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Because that's what the video will show you. And then the folder structure, we'll go through that. Alright, so we'll take you through that. So we'll have one main folder with your first and last name, ANE 150. This is a little more descriptive because it has ANE 150 and then module 3, so make sure you get that main folder typed in exactly like that. And then you're going to have subfolders with, you're going to create subfolders, scenes, screenshots, and renders. So you have 3 of those. Okay, and that's the next thing, is putting everything together. So you can see that I got my folder here. It's got my first, last name, Annie 150, module 3. I'll double click on that. I've got my renders folder, scenes folder, screenshots folder. And you will put your FBX, OBJ, and my MB file into the scenes folder. You will place your screenshots in the screenshot folder and this renders in the renders folder. So this is what you'll be doing. Here's my screenshots. I'm going to go ahead and add those to the screenshots. Let's put that in that folder there. So there they are. And then I'm going to select these guys right here and put them in the renders folder, because that's where they need to be. Okay, so we have 8 images, 4 for renders, and 4 for screenshots. And then the scenes will have the OBJ MB file in FBX. Okay, so that is basically it. So once you are finished, you will take this folder and you'll right click on it and go to send to compressed zipped, and that should compress it right away. It shouldn't take too long. And then you're going to go ahead and place it back, okay, and you'll see at the very top of the module, the same module you were learning and watching the videos in will have up on the top. It'll be different looking than mine, because this is my instructor, what I'm seeing, but you'll see like something like upload or submit or something up in the right hand corner, upper right hand corner. So you can click on that and you are going to submit this folder, the zip folder, not this folder. Well, that will not go up. Now before you do that, I would highly recommend that you double check everything. Make sure your renders are in here. If those are your renders, double check those, and make sure you just double check everything before you send it up. Let me tell you what will happen if you don't double check and I open these folders and nothing's in them. Every day that goes by, unfortunately, I will have to take 4 points off. So please, please double check, quadruple check everything that you have to make sure they look good, that you can open them. That's another thing. I get these weird renders, and these are all supposed to be JPEGs, right? Well, it was some kind of bizarre alias wavefront thing, and I couldn't get it open, and so that student got penalized for not. It's like I couldn't. If I can't open it, I can't grade it. So anyway, please understand that make sure you have all 3 scenes. And the reason why I do that is because if something goes wrong, and your MB file doesn't work, well, your OBJ or your FBX file will probably work. So that allows me to go into your scene to see how it looks. Okay. Without any of those, I'll have to take points off again. Alright, so keep that in mind. You guys did a great job. I'm sure. I'm looking forward to seeing your work. So make sure you upload your zip folder as soon as you can when you get done. And that is it. And I'll see you guys in Module 4, and we'll continue creating the rest of the body, the upper body, and then we'll work on the arms and the hands. Alright, I'll see you in Module 4.